Hello and welcome to the penultimate regular season edition of the FM21 Rundown. All the A-League teams have now played 25 games and have just one to play. We begin our roundup, as always, of all the results and events in the Mariners' massive universe with Adelaide United. The Reds earned a 2-1 win in an original rivalry clash, despite going behind to the opening goal. Tommy Mercila and Ben Halloran turned the game around in the second half. In other news, it appears that Tommy Zurich has missed the cut for Graham Arnold's Socceroos squad for the upcoming Copa America tournament. Zurich has scored 16 goals this season and provided 3 assists for his teammates. He has played in every fixture so far for the Reds. It seems that he will not be adding to his 41 international caps. Macaulay Gillespie signing a new 4-year contract dominates the Brisbane Roar headlines. He's on just under $2,000 a week for the next 4 years. The Roar slumped to a 2-0 defeat against Melbourne City. Joey Champness has now gone 8 games without a goal, and there is concern about him over in the Brisbane parish. His confidence seems to be rock bottom. That is the loan signing currently from our own rivals, Newcastle Jets. Central Coast Mariners secured a narrow 1-0 win over Sydney FC, thanks to a second half goal scored by Daniel Bowman on 70 minutes. There's still no word on the Sydney FC job, although the Sky Blues fans do admit that I am a leading candidate for the position. Not only that, but I'm generally affordable, which I think in this case is a positive. Macarthur FC will miss out on finals football in their first season of A-League action. They drew 1-1 with Western United. Matt Derbyshire scored the Bulls goal. That's his 13th in just 18 A-League appearances. The bit of a feeling that Macarthur were FM'd here. 13 shots compared to just the 1 for Western United. The score finishing there 1 goal apiece. Adrian Luna, he was the star man for Melbourne City as they overcame Brisbane Roar by 2-0 at Dolphin Stadium. The Uruguayan, who has plied his trade in Spain and Mexico prior to arriving in the A-League, scored both City goals for a rating of 9.4. A really good player is Adrian Luna, both in real life and here on Football Manager. Melbourne Victory, on loan striker Ben Falami opened the scoring in a losing effort against original rivals Adelaide United. Victory are just inside the top 6, it has to be said, as Grant Brebner appears set to offer a new contract over to Callum McManaman. So he appears to have done well this season for the Victory, and as such will be in receipt of a new contract. New Plymouth's Yarrow Stadium was the setting as Newcastle Jets drew 0-0 with Wellington Phoenix. Nigel Bogard, however, as you can see on screen, has signed a new 3-year deal. He's on more than Macaulay Gillespie, 2.2k a week, but he's only signed for 3 years compared to Gillespie's 4. So interesting to see the captain of the club staying there in the Hunter. Old Diego Castro provided 2 assists for teammates as Perth Glory ran out easy 3-0 winners over Western Sydney Wanderers. Andy Keogh, probably not from distance, along with a brace for Osama Malik, meant that the Glory took the chocolates at HBF Park. Sydney FC suffered that narrow defeat against the Central Coast Mariners, ourselves, in Gosford. The Sky Blues also lost defender Ben Warland to a foot injury this week. With 1 game to play, Sydney FC are 7th and outside the finals series positions. Wellington Phoenix fans endured a 0-0, a goalless draw with Newcastle Jets at Yarrow Stadium. It seems that quality was in short supply, but there were plenty of shots on goal. 12 for the Knicks and 11 for Newcastle Jets. 2 yellow cards in the game, going to Luke De Vere and James McGarry. The loss by Western Sydney Wanderers to Perth Glory seems to be ignored on the Red and Black news page. However, Patrick Ziegler and Tate Russell reaching the yellow card limit does make the cut. Speaking of Tate Russell, he has his pick of a few clubs for a short-term loan move. He could be on the way to one of Sydney Olympic FC, Rockdale City Suns, they're my favourite, and Gold Coast United in the NPL. That's the league below the A-League, although there is no relegation. That's a sort of feeder league. It is very much a regional sort of competition, all split into the different areas. Connor Payne squared the ledger for Western United as they took a point from MacArthur at GMHBA Stadium. Manager Phil Stubbins was then spotted at Dolphin Stadium amid rumours of an offer for Royston Griffiths. In terms of the A-League table, as you can see, Central Coast Mariners, we are Premiership winners. We earn the Premiership plate with a 10-point advantage now over Wellington Phoenix following their draw and our success against the Sky Blues. As mentioned previously, Sydney FC there in 7th place with 33 points. That's the same as Melbourne City, but the Sky Blues have a lesser goal difference. In fact, it's 0 for them. Melbourne Victory, 34 points in 5th. Brisbane Roar, 4th with 35. So really, it's pretty tight, as it is in real life actually, around the lower reaches of the top 6. I'd say that Western Sydney Wanderers with 32 points are still in the race. Down at the bottom, the Wooden Spooners are Perth Glory. That's been confirmed for some time. They are now just 5 points shy of Newcastle Jets, but with only 1 to play, it's not going to happen for the men from the HBF Park. In terms of the fixtures on the final day, well, it is a chock-full day of action. We've got 5 games kicking off at 3 p.m, 1 at 5:30. It's Adelaide versus Central Coast Mariners. Adelaide in 3rd on the ladder. They're pretty secure in finals football. Melbourne City host Western United in a battle of 2 Melbourne clubs. Newcastle Jets face MacArthur. Sydney FC host Brisbane Roar. That is going to be a key fixture. Wellington Phoenix are at home against Perth Glory. And then you've got Western Sydney Wanderers against Melbourne Victory. If there's still a chance, and there will be, of Western Sydney Wanderers getting into the top 6, they have to win that game and hope that Melbourne Victory are the team that they replace in the finals series positions. While we're here, I thought it was important just to have a quick look at Graham Arnold's Australian squad, just to see exactly who he has called up. We saw before that he did not sign up Tommy Zurich for the Copa America. So if we have a look at the old national team here, we can see the players that he has selected. In goal, Brad Jones, Danny Vukovic and Matt Ryan, still with Brighton in the Mariners' massive universe. In defence, we've got the likes of Trent Sainsbury, Bailey Wright, Harry Sutar, Alex Gabak, Fran Karacic, Patrick Ziegler, and then you've got Tommy Orr, Ryan Grant, Brad Smith, all fullbacks. Smith, of course, with Seattle Sounders in MLS, and by all accounts does pretty well for them. Massimo Luongo and Jackson Irvin, along with, of course, Aaron Moy in defensive midfield. Further forward, you've got the likes of Tom Rogic at Celtic, Birmingham City loanee Riley McGree. In real life, that's been confirmed for another 6 months until January. We've got Agin Hrustic from Frankfurt, who is attacking midfielder, central and on the right. Then you've got Robbie Cruz from the Victory. Probably not going to happen in real life considering his form. We've got Ruvrit Saya from Maccabi Haifa. James Troisi gets a return to the national side. And then you've got Mitchell Duke still abroad in the Mariners Massive. And that man, Jamie Mclaren. Now, he is going to be a big miss for Melbourne City in real life when he goes, because he will miss the final series. And he is the absolute pinnacle. He is probably the best player this season in the A-League. He's got more goals than he's played games. And whenever that's the case, you've got some serious talent on your hands. Thank you for joining me today for the Mariners Massive, the A-League rundown. We have the Mariners Massive proper on Thursday. That will be this fixture, Adelaide United versus Central Coast Mariners from Cooper's Stadium in the City of Churches. I'll see you for that one.